Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. All right. Oh, that was good. Oh, that's good. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, that last work session was not as productive as I would like it to have been because the place that I normally just like for backup purposes, I back up the videos for these break sessions to archive.org, but it seems that archive.org is having an issue because, and I tried it like 3 times, that when I go to upload, I keep getting there is a network problem, resume uploading, and it says 503 slow down. I'm like, slow down how? I'm not doing anything. I'm just uploading this. And so it's like 141 megabytes, the video and the snippet video that I make. And like every byte, you know what I'm saying? Like every megabyte that's uploaded, I get this error and I have to hit resume uploading every time. And so that's what I've been kind of doing. And it's kind of a pain in the butt. And so I'm so you see me clicking around, that is exactly what I'm doing right now. So we'll see what's up. All right. But for this thing I want to talk about now, this is kind of interesting. Let me see here. So I'm going to go and copy and paste. I'm gonna copy and paste a few links. So if you want to check it out for yourself, you can. It'll be next to the recording of the video on untilit.works. And so I kind of want to go over this thing that happened, I guess, a couple of days ago. And so this thing, okay. Share my screen here. This here. So Tailwind, right? It's a CSS framework, and it looks like it's an open source, which is important. Open source CSS framework, and it looks like all the headlines were like Tailwind lays off 75% of their engineering staff, but then you come to find out it's like 4 people. So 3 out of 4 people lost their job, which sucks. You know what I'm saying? Anytime anybody loses their job, it's terrible. But saying that, when they're leading with like 75%, it's kind of misleading or what have you. But at least Business Insider, who link I posted next to the recording of this video, actually said, it's like 4 people so like 3 out of 4, you know what I'm saying? And so citing brutal impact AI has had on our business. That sucks, you know what I'm saying? So AI, you know what I'm saying, has been like, I guess, a cause for a lot of things happening within the industry. So here we go. So yeah. So here's some notes. The popular, by the way, shout outs to Henry Chardonnay. All right. The popular web tool Tailwind has cut 3 of its 4 engineers on Monday. So that was today's Sunday. So I guess like last week. I'm not on like Twitter much, really. You know what I'm saying? Only to post radio show stuff. So I had no clue anything about this until like this morning when I was looking for stuff on Twitter. All right. So, the popular web tool Tailwind cut 3 of its 4 engineers on Monday, citing an AI-driven revenue decline. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Because I'm like, how would that work? You're a CSS framework. So, but maybe I'll talk more about it because I wasn't sure how exactly AI would, unless AI came up with other CSS. Because the way Tailwind, and again, full disclosure, I've never really used Tailwind before. You know what I'm saying? I've seen projects floating around with it, but my own projects, again, the demos I use are bare bones as much as possible because I don't want to have people to like unpeel certain layers to be able to get to the main focus of the demo. right? So I try to keep it like I want it to look nice, but it's like vanilla CSS. You know what I'm saying? So there's not gonna be things moving around unless it's part of the demo. That is what I want people to take away from. I want people to be able to like copy and paste the code and then put in their own stuff into it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to have people like different dependencies on things. So my use case, not so much with like Tailwind. So I've never really had a use for Tailwind. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people use Tailwind, right? And so goes on to say, so CEO Adam Wathan said revenue dropped by 80%. Damn. As traffic to its online documentation cratered amid the rise of AI. I'm curious how he like came to that conclusion. Like the drop in traffic, like is because of AI. I'm interested in seeing like was there like a like can you track that? You know what I'm saying? Kind of interested to see other people are doing that. It's kind of interesting. So quote, I feel like a failure for having to do it, end quote. Waffen said, quote, it's not good. Yeah, that kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like you create something and you're thinking that's why I don't want to be like a boss of people. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to have partners on stuff I work on because I want to be able to include other people in things I'm working on. Like again, like this 7-inch uh vinyl limited edition package that we're looking to do. Like so, like everything I want to do, I want to like work with folks, but I don't want people working for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. So I don't want to be responsible for the livelihood of folks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I can that sucks. Okay, so yeah. Oh, it's a GitHub comment. Oh, let me see this. So let's see. I saw that he did like a audio walk blog thing, something. You know what I'm saying? So let's see here. What is happening here? So this is um the pull request. So this is where they said oh, I didn't even share the screen. My bad. I'm at 102 of 141 megabytes being uploaded. So okay, so yeah, so the CEO Adam Wathan wrote in a GitHub comment that has made waves in the tech community. All right. So Tailwind, like many startups, yeah, that's the thing. Like you'd think it says has a small head count. Sometimes you think a lot of these like startups that are popular, like they have like 1,000 people working on the stuff, right? When it knows like 3, 4 people. In a podcast posted on X, okay, that's the thing I was talking about. Wathan said that the company had 4 engineers on staff. Now there's 1. That sucks. So, okay, let me look back at this. So they mentioned this GitHub comment, but they didn't link directly to the GitHub comment. They just kind of linked to the GitHub pull request, not the actual comment. So let me share this tab instead so I can see if we can find it. So this person added a llms.text endpoint that serves a concatenated text-only version of all Tailwind CSS documentation pages optimized for large language models. Oh, so maybe this is how he was saying, like, because of AI. So this happened in November 2025. All right. So I wonder if it happened like then. So the llms.txt, like it says, it allows different large language models to be able to pull in your documentation and be able to provide more accurate responses to people. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess that's what he's saying is that they are maybe because of this. So all these LLMs are pulling in this stuff, and you see a lot of people downvoting this. Okay, so where's his? Oh, is this his name? I don't know. Oh, here it is. Here you go. Cool. Oh, okay. So okay. Oh, here we go. Wait, what? All right. So yeah. Okay. Oh, so he's tagging people. So this person who created the llms.txt, this is ready to be reviewed. So he tagged somebody. Why is this one not moving? All right. Yeah, I've been wondering that myself. And so this is like 5 days ago. So he did it in November. And so about 5 days. And a lot of people are like thumb down this thing. Okay, so here's the person, and he's responding to why is this not moving. Have more important things to do, like figure out how to make enough money for the business to be sustainable right now. Damn, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? That's hard to read. I'm like, wow, I feel for that. And making it easier for LLMs to read our docs just means less traffic to our docs, which means less people learning about our paid products and the business being even less sustainable. Just don't have time to work on things that don't help us pay the bills right now. Sorry. Damn. We may add this one day, but closing for now. So yeah, so he never actually added it to it. And so, oh, and this person's like, wow, what a disappointing response. Damn, that sucks. This is complimentary, not replacement. Damn, that's messed up. And so, because that's kind of harsh. I mean, I wonder if you can find out if this person is paying for Tailwind. You know what I'm saying? Because they're kind of like asking for something, and when the CEO is like, "Yo, this is hurting," you know what I'm saying? This is hurting our business. We're trying to make money over here to keep things afloat. You know what I'm saying? And so this other person here, this all happened 5 days ago. As someone who has sponsored Tailwind CSS in the past, this is a disappointing response. But he doesn't say he's a current sponsor. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, all right, would you like to disclose the fact that sponsoring gives one access to an official collection of LLM rules for Tailwind? Does that have anything to do with the rejection of this PR? So I guess if you're a sponsor, then you get LLM rules for Tailwind, which I'm not even sure what that really means, but okay. But I mean, but if you're paying for something, then I would expect, you know what I'm saying, as an incentive to pay for something, you get some extra things. So to me, that's fine. And so, yeah, if yes, fine. You're running a business and that's cool. But you should disclose the fact that you are monetizing this, making Tailwind Docs LLM friendly. All right. And my thing is, again, it's free. If you don't want to use it, then don't. Like I've gotten fine along without using it and for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long Tailwind has been out, but I mean, I've back in the day, I used Bootstrap, and then Bulma CSS was super dope. You know what I'm saying? So I've never really had like I said, I'm basically do strictly vanilla CSS because it's so cool. The stuff with CSS you can do, it's amazing. Okay, so now in general, I object to the spirit of closing this. Again, is this person a contributor? Like because I know he added this thing, the LLMSTX. Let me see what the file looks like. But he says is very OSS unfriendly and would not meaningfully reduce traffic to the docs by humans that actually would buy the product. Just bad vibes. But how do you know that? You know what I'm saying? How can you? Because you're not in it. So let me look at the file that because you can look at. So 6 files were changed. By the way, I'm at 111, 112 of 141. So okay, so it's like is it a React thing? Because there's this next config thing. All right, so it's markdown to JSX. So it added markdown to JSX. So I get interesting. And then he added this file here, AST extract TS. Okay. All right, so it's basically taking everything and putting it to like markdown. But why does it say markdown to JSX? Would it be the other way around? I don't know. I know nothing about all this stuff yet. I've never had to use it. So okay, so these are like, so what it looks like it's doing is taking, like if there's a tag on it, what to do with it, you extract it. So it kind of like tells you how. So like themes, design, API table. All right. So it's like a translation, looks like translation layer. So tip info, tip good, tip bad. I don't know, I guess that's what they use in their docs maybe. So yeah, so it looked like it's taking their docs, which I guess is written in JSX, and then transforming it into that markdown so that, yeah, result clean markdown. So that's funny that it's called markdown to JSX, but they're using it from JSX to markdown. But yeah, so it looks like it's just a translation. So all these things, and here's all that same thing that we were talking about before, design text and all that things. So it kind of breaks it down. Okay, interesting. Interesting. And then okay, here's the route for it. Wow, you have to put a route on the text file. Oh, maybe so it can read. So okay, but I guess based on the route, it will go ahead and translate stuff and on LMSTX. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is what this person put to it. All right. Cool. Saying resume uploading. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't understand how this person is like, oh, it's not gonna hurt traffic to your thing when the CEO is like, hey, this hurts our product. You know what I'm saying? And so kind of going back and forth. And so it goes on here and say, oh, so here's where it's actually talking about the agent loss thing. So I totally see the value in the feature and I would like to find a way to add it. And again, remember, there's only like 4 or 5 people working on this thing. But the reality is 75% of the people on our engineering team, you should have just said like 3 out of the 4. I see when you said like 75 of the people, you kind of make it seem like it's like a lot of like, like hundreds of people or something. When I think you'd want to say like, hey, we're a 4-person team or whatever, and 3 folks lost their job. You know what I'm saying? To me, it kind of like seems like, yo, we've been doing a lot with a little bit of folks. You know what I'm saying? Um, lots of jobs here yesterday because of the brutal impact AI has had on our business. And every second I spend trying to do fun, free things for the community like this is a second I'm not spending trying to turn the business around and make sure the people who are still here are getting their paychecks every month. Damn. Traffic to our docks is down about 40% from early 2023, despite Tailwind being more popular than ever. The docs are the only way people find out about our commercial products. And without customers, we can't afford to maintain the framework. I really want to figure out a way to offer LLM optimized docs that don't make the situation even worse. Again, we literally had to lay off 75% of the team yesterday. I wish we would have said like 3 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it's fine. But I can't prioritize it right now, unfortunately. And I'm nervous to offer them without solving that problem first. And then he responded to the other person who was like, hey, this is not cool, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I used to sponsor, yada, 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 something. I don't see the agents.md stuff we offer as part of the sponsorship program as anything similar to this at all. That's just a short markdown file with a bunch of my own personal opinions and what I consider best practice to nudge LLMs into writing their Tailwind stuff in a specific way. It's not the docs at all. And I resent the accusation that I am not disclosing my quote unquote true intentions here or something. Damn. Yeah, I don't know, that's kind of sucks. Oh, and then they locked in limited conversation to collaborators only. Huh. So, yeah. So you're entirely right. So the same person that I am not entitled to anyone's time. I run multiple large OSS libraries as well, though not to the scale of Tailwind these days. Kind of like a shot. My objection is the way this was handled. Full thoughts on my TikTok? What the hell? Chronology matters here and may not be obvious for people looking at this after the fact. I'm not going to TikTok. You're welcome to fork the library. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. You could fork the library and handle your own thing. That's OSS. If you want to like handle that yourself, that's always possible. Edit deleted this. No one cares about my opinion whatsoever. It just seems to just as with anything like social media, kind of like people start jumping in and stuff, and it just kind of yeah, just yeah, huh, yeah. So a lot of people jumped in on this, but yeah, no, that sucks. And so kind of like now, uh, we spoke about it before, and I'm gonna kind of let me see if I can find it quickly. Something. So now there's this blog that we spoke about before on here. So this might be a thing that they could use. You know what I mean? And so, well, I don't know if they're using Cloudflare, but I'm gonna post a link to this blog post. So here, introducing pay per crawl, enabling content owners to charge AI crawlers for access. All right. And so I don't know if they know that this is a thing over at Tailwind that they can do this, but basically it's like a paywall, pretty much. So when AI bots are crawling your, I guess, docs or like your LMS.txt file, right? you can charge for access, like it says here. And so so instead of a blanket block or uncompensated open access, we want to empower content owners to monetize their content at internet scale. So maybe this could be a thing that like some sort of thing like this that Tailwind could implement. You know what I'm saying? It's in private beta. And I'm sure like Cloudflare would be interested in be like, you know, having Tailwind be someone to try it out, especially with like the traffic that they would get. You know what I'm saying? Because they're saying like he said that in his thing here. Where is it? That he said like was like it dropped like 40% the traffic. So maybe this could be a way of trying to regain some of that traffic. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like it's a tough situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like you have the open source thing, and I think that may have helped it gain its popularity. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when that's the thing. Like when you get popular, you know what I'm saying, and you don't have like a hardcore business behind it, where it's like, because like I mentioned Bootstrap, like Twitter created Bootstrap. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about Bulma CSS. I don't think Bulma really got that popular or what have you. But like I was looking at their GitHub repo, right? So let me go back to that. And here, so again, so they have like these pull requests, you know, so people asking stuff, so people adding on to it or whatever. And some of these are just like updating things or whatever. So, oh, add funding info to package.json. So that could be a way. This is another way. So people are kind of coming up with stuff. And then also, so if you look back, resume uploading. So in the issues, right? And again, mind you, this is like a 4-person engineering team, right? They closed 4,680 issues, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like people like, hey, this isn't working. Could you please fix this? And going by what he's saying, a lot of these folks aren't paying for it. You know what I'm saying? So they're like asking for stuff, but you know, some of these things don't bring in the money in order to keep the things alive. You know what I'm saying? And so, damn. So yeah, so again, now it's one person doing all this. You know what I mean? And so this is random. So at source directive not working in Stack Blitz when targeting node modules. So that's kind of like, I mean, is it them? Is it Stack Blitz? Is it a combination? You know what I'm saying? And then Tailwind V4 with Storybook. So again, another thing. So it's not only your library, but how your library works with other tools. You know what I'm saying? And so that could be some things. And it's kind of like, damn, that kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you have to like go ahead and like, again, 4,680. That's wild. People use GitHub stars to like say how popular things are. So let me see, how many GitHub stars does this have? 92.7 thousand GitHub stars. And it's been forked 5,000 times. So, and then they have like the sponsor link. So if you want to like sponsor, you can do that as well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It just kind of sucks. Wow. Here we go. So look at this. Used by 15.3 million like GitHub people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like projects or whatever, I guess. Damn, 15.3 million. Wow. And it had 334 contributors, like people who asked stuff, but like 4 people on the engineering side of it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's tough. You know what I mean? And so, oh, but also, so I went to his Twitter, and so it looks like since releasing this, right, that like a bunch of folks have been like adding on, been sponsored. So like a bunch of companies, I guess. So like Neon, which is serverless Postgres, it looks like they're they said reply with your site, and if it's really ugly, we'll buy you Tailwind Plus. So it looks like, oh yeah, because I think on their website they have where's the I thought I opened that up. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But let me see. Let me open up their website. So tailwindcss.com. I'm gonna add that to the list of links as well. So if you want to check that out, also you can do that there. And then I'm also going to add his Twitter account. if Twitter is still around by the time you look at this, or X, or whatever the crap you want to call it. By the way, I'm at 132 megabytes of 141, so I'm hoping to get this done. Okay, so but there's something where it's like a bunch of people. So thanks to Syntax and Sentry for the support. Sentry does so much to support OSS, awesome crew over there. So these folks, they became a Tailwind partner for $5,000 a month. So they're going to do that. So hopefully that can get some folks, you know what I'm saying, their job back or something. And then Super Base. So again, so this happened a couple of days ago, is now a sponsor, and dope. So yeah, so you can see here they have a bunch of folks on their thing there. Oh, here we go. So overwhelmed by the support over the last 24 hours, not something I was looking for and expecting when I recorded that podcast on a whim. Thanks so much to everyone with the words of encouragement, the new sponsors we brought on, and people who use their platforms to help in any way. I'm extremely touched. Heart. I feel like I have made it clear though that we still got a fine business, even if things are down, just not a great one anymore. Had to make a really crushing change and did everything I could to do it in the most generous and gracious way possible. But at the new size, we're okay. So it looks like they're not going to be hiring more folks, even though like they had no new sponsors. We're comfortable, and things like our partner program are helping a lot to fund the framework more directly instead of selling products that are more at risk of disruption. We don't need anyone to rescue us. We've got lots of time and space to try new ideas and see what works. I'm optimistic we'll figure out how to get things moving in the right direction. But even if we just have to be a smaller business with less budget than we've had in the past, that's okay too. So yeah, so I guess they're not going to be able to, I guess he's not going to like add on more folks. You know what I'm saying? And so, okay, so yes, like Gumroad. So let me go check out their website. And so we can see, share this. So this is the website. And where do you see, okay, sponsor, but here we go. So sponsor, supported by the best. And so you can become a sponsor. All right. So yeah, so a bunch of folks here. You know what I'm saying? So shouts to them. And yeah, so I mean, hopefully, you know, they can like the guy was saying, it looks like they may not be going back to uh like having more staff members, but yeah, it's gonna be uh I guess rough for that one person. Hopefully they can get some help. I don't know if it's a man or female, but hopefully they can get some help. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, again, I've never really had a use case to use Tailwind before. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like a bunch of people have been using it and stuff. So yes, I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying, they can do well or something. You know what I mean? Now, sometimes like stuff like this, I'll see folks get purchased by bigger companies or what have you. And I mean, I don't know if that's kind of like where they want to go to. I mean, I don't know, fam. Oh, but yeah, this is how it works. So it's just class names, basically. You know what I'm saying? So there's like a huge, from what I understand, there's like a large CSS file, basically, kind of. So like, yeah, a utility first CSS framework packed with classes like Flex, PT, I don't know what that means, Text Center, and Rotate 90 that can be composed to build any design directly in your markup. So you do it within it. So instead of, you know, either having like a style tag or like a CSS thing, you just like load this in and then put these different class names on there. PT, padding, but what would T be? Or maybe it's like the size, like 4 points. I don't know. Again, I've never really, no, because yeah, P here would be padding 7. And then again, like 7 out of what? Is it like 7 out of 10? Or does it just go up? I don't know. Again, I've never really used Tailwind before like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll see it. I'm like, okay, cool. But I don't modify it because I'm like, that's how the way they want it to look. I'm not gonna change it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like I've never built anything using Tailwind. Neither here nor there. Hopefully they do well. And I'm saying it kind of sucks that they're in that situation. But like sometimes when you're in that open source like world, you have to kind of like serve like two masters, you know what I'm saying? Where you have to like keep in line with that open source like framework that you put yourself in. And then also now that you want to make a business from it, is kind of like, how do you find that balance? I'm saying, so this is a good like example of trying to find that balance, especially with something that's been so popular. You know what I mean? So because yeah, they had like what was it, like 15 million like users or something, whatever that said. That's wild. I mean, again, with a 4-person engineering team now down to 1, that's wild. And so I don't know. Hopefully, this will get to a place where they can figure it out. You know what I'm saying, so I'm at 137 megabytes of 141. I'm almost there. 138. So just a few more. But yeah, I'm gonna get y'all back to work so I can get back to work, because I'm going to be clicking this damn button like for a long time, and this went longer than I thought it would. So let me send y'all off with some traveling music. When we come back after this break session, after this work session, for the next break session, we'll take a look at our website, listen to some music, watch some videos. Maybe you'll become a fan. But till then, I'm at 140. At 141, I'm almost there. But till then, I wish you much productivity. I'm gonna send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is an artist that goes by the name of Anthony Cruz, aka A Butta. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out, and see you 50 minutes after the hour. Till then, y'all be easy, and peace. Thanks, y'all.
I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when the brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like hell. And everybody says hell. We spread love like hell. I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when the brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like hell. And everybody says hell. We spread love like hell. I wanna say thank you